My name is Connor, and as a mechanical engineer, my name is Connor, and as I'm studying mechanical engineering, I chose the mechanical engineer Ralph Teeter in order to, oh, what am I saying? I chose the mechanical engineer Ralph Teeter. My name is Connor, and as a mechanical engineer, what am I saying? My name is Connor, and as I'm studying mechanical engineering, I decided to pick Ralph Teeter to do a profile on. This guy created the speedostat, which is more commonly known today as cruise control, something I use all the time. For some backstory into his childhood, Teeter was from Hagerstown, Indiana. Going back to his childhood, Teeter was from a small town. Going back to his childhood. How do I have a script and I still can't explain what I wrote on the script? Okay, let me try this again. My name is Connor, and as I'm studying mechanical engineering, I chose Ralph Teeter to do a profile on. He was from Hagerstown, Indiana. And at the age of 5, he actually lost his sight. He was from Hagerstown, Indiana, and at the age of 5, he lost his vision. He was from Hagerstown, Indiana, and he lost his sight at the age of 5 due to an eye injury. However, he developed a sense of touch that helped him master automotive mechanics. He ended up going to the University of Pennsylvania to get a bachelor's in. He ended up going to the University of Pennsylvania to earn a master's. He ended up going to the University of Pennsylvania to earn both a bachelor's and a master's degree in mechanical engineering. After college, he returned home to work for his family's company. Right after college, he returned home to work for his family's company, the Teeter Hartley Company. He worked there for a couple years until they ended up selling the company in 1918, From there, he went to New Jersey to help balance turbine rotors for boats for World War I. By the end of the war, he returned home again, this time working for the Piston Ring Company, also known more commonly today as the Perfect Circle Company. It was here where he developed a fluid operated gear shift. It was here where he developed a fluid operated gear shift. And of course most notably cruise control. Peter lived his life as if his invention didn't even exist. He worked in his hometown for most of his life and didn't really care about the popularity of his inventions. He continued working in automotive manufacturing for years, and for 30 years was also the president of the Society of Automotive Engineers. It was quite astonishing what he could do as a blind man from a small town in Indiana. And it's cool to see how his silly little invention has helped me so much. And it's cool to see how his silly little invention has made life so much easier for me.